Hello, friends. Many people believe that dangerous indigenous peoples always paint their faces and have many body modifications, but that's not always the case. Members of many incredibly dangerous tribes look like ordinary people. But it isn't recommended to visit these people because some of them meet strangers with clubs and some shower them with a hail of arrows. In today's video, you'll get to see the most dangerous tribes in the world and find out what they are capable of. The Amazon is rightfully considered to be a very dangerous place. There are large crocodiles, giant anacondas, and scary piranhas. But if you manage to escape the dangerous animals, you can still stumble upon even more dangerous indigenous people. It's the Korubo tribe that lives in Brazil on the border with Peru. The world only learned about this tribe in 1996, and scientists quickly realized that it was better not to joke with these people. The Korubo is considered one of the most dangerous tribes in South America and the world in general. You can understand why that is so when you learn how the Brazilians call them. They call them clubbers. Members of the Korubo tribe hardly ever part with their clubs, which is their war weapon of choice. They skillfully use their clubs in battle with enemies. Aggressive and warlike people, members of the Korubo tribe will immediately get rid of any foreigner they dislike. Overall, the Korubo can be called a tribal analog of the legendary Sparta. The weak and the sick are disposed of in this tribe without the slightest hesitation. Only the strongest warriors are allowed to stay in the ranks at all times. It's no surprise that the Korubo often stage raids on neighboring tribes, and women take part in these raids on equal terms with the men. These belligerent and tough indigenous people usually come out of these confrontations victorious. There is another warlike people living in Brazil, the Flecheiros tribe. The name of the tribe can be translated as arrow shooters. The bow is their favorite and main weapon, which they don't mind using at any opportunity. These indigenous people were first discovered about 15 years ago. The first photographs of the tribe were taken by anthropologists from a biplane. When the biplane first flew over the tribe, they tried to shoot at it with their bows. This behavior makes sense, since the members of the tribe could have simply been afraid of the iron bird, which they had never seen before, or they could have been afraid of a possible invasion from outsiders. Vicious indigenous tribes don't only live in Brazil, but neighboring Peru also has many scary natives. However, the Mashco-piro tribe stands out from the rest. It's an isolated, uncontacted tribe whose members live in solidarity and seclusion in the jungle of Peru. The mashco-piro was first discovered in 2012. Spanish archaeologists came across the indigenous people and took pictures of them from a great distance. Scientists spent several years studying the tribe from afar, and they managed to establish that the mashco-piro is one of the most dangerous tribes in South America and even the whole world. They live in complete isolation, rejecting any contact with anyone outside their tribe. They are extremely aggressive towards anyone who they think may pose a threat to them. These indigenous people fire shots by the passing boats carrying tourists. They also fire warning shots in the direction of the Manu National Park. A representative of another tribe tried to establish contact with the Mashco-piro tribe once, but the tribe attacked him and he didn't survive. Anthropologists think the Mashco-piro's aggression is caused by the fear of the outside world. There are oil and gas companies in the region, as well as illegal loggers. It was because of them that the Mashco-piro were forced to look for a new place to live, and they didn't really like it. Some may see the Mashco-piro as the most dangerous tribe on the planet. Trust me, they don't even come close to some truly horrifying tribes. Scientists consider themselves very lucky if they manage to get to the indigenous people and study the peculiarities of their life. This doesn't often work out. Some tribes are so isolated and live so far away that it's impossible to even find them, and most of them hate strangers. The Sentinelese belong to the latter kind. This tribe inhabits the North Sentinel Island in the Bay of Bengal, which is rather close to India, and is famous for its unbelievable aggression towards any foreigners. The Sentinelese are unwilling to make any contact with the outside world. They have lived in complete isolation for over 60,000 years. They don't enjoy the benefits of civilization and have long made the island of North Sentinel their property. The Sentinelese greet anyone who steps on their island with a barrage of arrows. It is almost impossible to get off this island alive. Even flying close to North Sentinel is quite dangerous. Only a few scientists have ever managed to survive the expedition to the island. They studied the life of the tribe a little and returned home. The Sentinelese are so savage that the Indian government has recently prohibited any landings on North Sentinel, and there are boats patrolling the island around the clock. It's no surprise that this particular tribe is considered the most dangerous and vicious on the entire planet. The Jaroas are the most similar tribe to the Sentinelese by their level of development. They live in parts of South Andaman and Middle Andaman Islands. According to the experts, their way of life has remained virtually unchanged during the 55,000 years of their complete isolation from the outside world. The Jaroas catch fish, gather fruits, and collect honey from wild bees. They also hunt wild boars and turtles. Their diet includes a total of over 150 species of plants and about 350 species of animals. Until recently, these indigenous people were extremely aggressive and dangerous. They adamantly refused to communicate with strangers and, like the Sentinelese, met them with arrows. However, in the late 70s of the last century, a road was built through their settlements, which connected them with the island administration. Thus, people began to make contact with the Jaroas. Tourists gave them food and various trinkets for the opportunity to watch them dance. While these encounters have become safer, there is still some risk. Meanwhile, since the Jaroas have no immunity from many diseases, they are the ones who suffer from coming in contact with the foreigners. For example, between 1999 and 2006, almost half of the Jaroas' population died from the measles epidemic. In 1955, 5 evangelical missionaries from the United States traveled deep into the Amazon rainforest to try and bring Christianity to the indigenous Huaorani tribe. These are the indigenous people living in Ecuador, and they have never been in contact with the outside world before. From September 1955, the missionaries began dropping gifts for the Huaorani to appease the natives. However, the members of the tribe weren't happy with the gifts from the intruders. That didn't stop the missionaries. So, in early 1956, they decided to get to know the tribe better. Unfortunately, they didn't know that the Huaorani people are one of the most dangerous and warlike tribes in the entire world. Nobody survived that expedition. Huaorani is a very aggressive and savage tribe. They fiercely defend their land and chase away anyone who tries to come near, including members of other tribes. As with many other indigenous people, they maintain a strong intra-group distinction between the tribe members, relatives of the tribe, and other people with no connection to the tribe. The Huaorani don't have a problem killing anyone who gets too close to their land. The Yaifo tribe lives in the remote areas of Papua. Getting to the tribe involves wading through the dense jungle for a very long time because there is no civilization there. The Yaifo tribe became widely known several years ago when a British explorer decided to go on an expedition to the indigenous people. Benedict had already met with the Yaifo 30 years ago and was even accepted into their ranks. As the man recalls, the tribe is actually more cruel than dangerous. So friends, that's all for today. What do you think? Which tribe is the most dangerous? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.